it! Y'all did it! KBLA Talk 1580 is about to celebrate its second anniversary on... We couldn't be more excited about all the good news we'll be announcing soon, including the launch of some new shows to keep giving you more of what you've been looking for. Come on! Smart radio for smart people. Hey, it's our celebration, but you get all the gifts. We'll be giving away fresh merch, swag bags, and a chance for you to join the private invitation-only, star-studded music and dance till you drop, food and drink galore second anniversary celebration. To stay in the know about the second anniversary details, download the KBLA Talk 1580 app right now. Don't miss out on your chance to be a winner. At KBLA Talk 1580, when we come forward, we're bringing everybody with us.
Happy anniversary, KBLA!
Hey, so I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light, see the light.
Now, men by biological design are stronger than women. Not always more intelligent, not always psychologically stronger, but they're physiologically stronger. And so that leads to certain traits to rise to the surface. And one of those traits is quite negative. And that's a trait, and this is a commonality with most men, and that trait is an attitude of superiority. You know, men also think differently than women. Men think more with straight lines and blocks and geometric proportion and all of it, simple, structured. Where women's thinking tends to be, I mean, they can go there, women can go there, but they tend to be more expansive in their thinking. I don't want to say more conceptual because that's not really what it is, but they take a lot more into consideration. They don't do things simply. So men tend to become frustrated with their wives, especially the ones who are more leaning in that direction, and especially with wives who are more leaning in the other direction. They become oppressive almost. They're looking for every detail. They want to make sure their wife gets it. And women will sometimes move more slowly to accomplish something. They take longer showers, longer baths. They do their makeup, everything is a process where men, bam, 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 I'm out of here. And so this micromanaging thing is just part of a man's character, but way off on this side of the scale. And he has a lack of understanding, or he wouldn't do it. And you have a lack of understanding of him. So you take it on. You don't hear him and let it go off to the side. You take it full force. And that's a choice, you know. This is not something you have to do. Just because he's micromanaging you, that doesn't mean you have to be micromanaged. Right? It's up to you. You have free will. It's not going to lead to a fight. For you to smile, say thank you. Here's where I'm telling you how to handle it. One way, you smile, thank you, and then you just do your own thing. You don't have to take it on. And that's the main point. One of the beautiful things about free will is that you have it. It's yours. And nobody has the right to impose upon it. And when they try, you don't have to become defensive about it. Because you have free will, you can choose to let them do what they're doing without taking on what they're doing. And so it becomes, I use the analogy of a bowling ball and a feather. So a bowling ball's coming at you, but you're a feather. You just, nothing happens to you. You don't care. You smile. Life is good. You don't have to get into a big conversation about it at all. Zero. You just do your thing. If he chooses to get frustrated.
Oh, I'm back in the building. I hope y'all weekend was as good as mine. Well, mine was terrible. Well, it wasn't terrible, but you know, lessons abound. The voice of reason returns to KBLA Talk 1580 with another slapper. Hot lava coming your way. So what's interesting is this topic was given to me by the co-executive producer of my television show. Her name is Sarah Jackson. And it was very interesting because she had said this before, a couple of weeks before, at a relationship roundtable that I was doing at a local cigar lounge. And I told her, I said, we got to make that into a topic. And she wrote a bunch of questions. And what's interesting is, you know, I do a deep dive on all of these topics. And what's interesting is that I always discover a piece of my flawed self. I always discover in doing these deep dives that there is more for me to learn and more for me to understand and more for me to integrate into my thought process. Tonight's topic, I want a man, not a manager. A deeper understanding of the controlling man. 1-800-920-1580, open-ended, non-judgmental conversation here on The Voice of Reason. Please get in here and share your experiences. I would love for the ladies to call tonight. Have you ever experienced a manager? He your man, but he's also your manager. It's funny to me. I want a man, not a manager. Lord have mercy. Ladies, I want you to share. Is he oppressive? Can he be oppressive? Is he even consciously aware that he's low-key controlling? How much control should your man have in the relationship and over your life? Ladies, I want to know, how much control should your man have over the relationship and your life? Does just these some of these are Sarah's questions. Here's a Sarah question. Does just being a man qualify you to teach a woman? Woo, Andy, Lord, I see your face. By virtue of my gender, I'm the teacher. Submit to my curriculum, lady. 1-800-920-1580. Is micromanaging a form of narcissism? Here's another Sarah question. Are women coming into relationships dressed like a schoolgirl and sending mixed messages? Sarah's a comedian, but she asked a serious question. Do men just translate that you're like a schoolgirl, and when you come into this relationship, you ought to be open to accepting instruction? 1-800-920-1580. Get in here. Why micromanaging is bad in a relationship? Do you know? Do you know? What does micromanaging mean to your relationship? Are you the micromanager? Do women micromanage men? Some men would flip it and say women do more micromanaging than men do. Some men might flip that. And brothers, I welcome your calls. Please call in and share your thoughts. 1-800-920-1580. Sarah asks, has the damsel in distress turned into the girl employee in a dress? The damsel in distress in the relationship. He'll take care of it. He'll do it. But if she's that way, does that make her his relational employee? 1-800-920-1580. What is the psychology behind micromanaging? If relationships were a job, where do you clock in and clock out, Sarah asked. 1-800-920-1580. Let me tell you something about me. So, I understand, or I'm beginning to understand a little better. Yes, men by nature, we tend to want to problem solve. We tend to want to fix things. We tend to want to adjust and bring clarity to certain situations. Let me tell you something. Sometimes women are perfectly comfortable in what, listen to how I'm going to say this, in what men perceive as their chaos. See, it might be chaos to the man because of how our brain is wired, because of how we look at things. But to the woman, it might make perfect sense, and she's on track and on course to do whatever it is she's trying to do. And sometimes, although it may or may not come from a good place, we may come in and try to assist, advise, instruct, and really, it's an intrusion. It's an intrusion into her process. Truemonger says it's still chaos. From the outside looking in, it might be chaos. She could very well say the same thing about us. Many men, and I'm not saying all men, and I'm not saying this is a male stereotype or trope, but many men are slobs. But in that mess, they have a system, a structure, an order. They may know where everything is. Do you understand? So, yes, it may look like chaos from your point of view. Oftentimes, we get so wrapped up in our point of view that we think our point of view is the truth for everybody. Your truth is your truth. It makes sense to you, and it makes the most sense to you. Okay, all right. Oh, man. Are managers most likely to be an older man in the relationship with a younger woman? Is this why some men choose to date younger women? Because they believe they may have more control? I can tell you that's a lie. 1-800-920-1580. When I come forward, we're going to dig deeper on this one. We about to get heated.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
If your Medi-Cal is ending, Cover California is here to help. Cover California is a service from the state that helps you get affordable health insurance. In many cases, at no cost to you, just like with Medi-Cal. We have quality health plans and will help you every step of the way to get the one that works for you and your family. So, if you're no longer eligible for Medi-Cal, check out Cover California. We'll keep you covered. Learn more at coveredca.com.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I have asthma. I'm at risk too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a vaccine that can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 joins you in standing for voting rights. When We All Vote is a leading national nonpartisan initiative on a mission to change the culture around voting and to increase participation in each and every election by helping to close the race and age gap. Created by Michelle Obama, When We All Vote brings together individuals, institutions, brands, and organizations to register new voters across the country and advance civic education for the entire family and voters of every age to build an informed and engaged electorate for today and generations to come. When We All Vote empowers their supporters and volunteers to take action through voting, advocating for their rights, and holding their elected officials accountable. Please visit whenweallvote.org to stand up for your rights, voting rights. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Американская фирма Transceptor Technology приступила к производству компьютеров «Персональный спутник».
Attack, front to back, in this thing called rap. Feeling like a double rhyme double on a heavenly level. Bang the bass, turn up the treble. Blast on my day and night all the time. 714, flies the line. Maniac, radiac, winning the game. I'm the lyrical Jesse James.
Ladies, are you dating a manager? Is your man your manager? We turned up right now. The Voice of Reason is on fire live from KBLA Talk 1580. You know we in little Africa town, Lamert Park. let me just do something really quickly. That record by CNC Music Factory, I'm a little salty about that record. You guys know I'm a music guy and a hip-hop aficionado. When that song came out, hip-hop heads, we all viewed that as a big, giant bite. We didn't like it because they bit a rapper. Bite means, kind of co-opted a pre-existing record. And this record became huge, a gigantic smash. But the original record, Andy, pull it up if you can. The original record was done by Chill Rob G. Now, Chill Rob G was one of the first artists to come out on Flavor Unit Records. Not Flavor Unit Records, but he was a part of the Flavor Unit, one of the early members. This is where Latifah, Naughty by Nature, and all these guys, he was one of the early members, Chill Rob G. I think it's called The Power by Chill Rob G. And hip-hop heads were a little bit salty about it because, CNC Music Factory blew it up into this huge pop record. I mean, this was a huge record back in the day. But we all felt like Chill Rob G kind of got, I guess, can I say, shafted? So seeing that it's the 50th, coming up on the 50th in August, the 50th anniversary of hip-hop, I played that record because a lot of people think they got the power, but it reminded me of Chill Rob G. He deserves much more credit. We're gonna... All right.
Don't say that, change your lyrics. Everybody's a critic. It's getting kind of hectic. My rhyme is authentic, so it shall remain. My writing exciting, never mundane. In actuality, my personality keeps my mentality based on real life situations, not speculations, but verbal illustrations of how I feel.
Yeah, come on, Chill Rob. I love Chill Rob, man. He was dope. He was fly. Dope MC right there, man. Had an amazing vocabulary. Love Chill Rob G. Shout out to Chill Rob G. Mark the 45 King. Back to my topic. I want a man, not a manager. And I want men to be transparent and honest in this discussion. A brother in the chat said something a bit earlier. He said about women, and it's always third eye. He said, how do women want a man, but don't want him to step into his role in the relationship? But brothers, I need to hear from you, brothers. Are we saying it's a man's role to tell his woman what to do? Is that our role, to tell them what to do? Or when we advise them, is it their role to accept everything we say? Andy, put your headphones on. I got to talk to my brother real quick. I see you, Andy. Andy, do you feel like it's your role to tell your woman what to do? And should you be upset if she chooses another course of action? Is she hard-headed? Does she not listen? I mean, talk to me, brother.
No. It's not my role. It's one thing for me to suggest. It's a partnership, so I need to take into account her opinion. You know what I mean? A lot of the times, they say that, we're supposed to lead as men. So I think my best form of leadership is to take her opinion on something, take it into account and still make the final decision.
You think you should have the final decision?
You know, based on the gender roles that we have.
For what she need to do?
No, for what we need to do.
For what we need to do.
Absolutely.
When it's we,
yeah,
I make the final decision.
Well, I mean, I still take her opinion into account.
Right.
And, you know, if she abides by the whole, you know, you're the leader, then allow me to lead, but I'm still taking, you know, your opinion into account. And I think the final decision should be made by me. If I'm the leader.
Well, let's flip it. If you're the leader and she allows you to lead, would she not be the leader if she's allowing you to lead?
You can make the case. You can make that case.
Do you see?
Yeah.
Because a lot of men get caught up. Allow me to lead. You're really not the leader, bro.
That's true, yeah.
Especially if you're making that demand. Now, I make this distinction for brothers all the time. I said, brother, you got to learn and understand the difference between demanding and commanding. If you got to demand something, you ain't got it. Do you know submission and command goes hand in hand? See, you hear women saying it all the time. I'll submit, but it's got to be the right dude. He got to be the right dude. Right? For the right person, I'll submit. And I think brothers get it twisted. Brothers seem to think just by virtue of their gender, the woman is just supposed to capitulate. And no, there has to be a higher quality within yourself that resonates from the inside out if you want to get some type of submission, some type of cooperation. But even then, her opinion, her perspective still matters, still is valuable. And I'm going to say this real quick. If some men would allow women to help them, to even guide them in certain situations, they could become better men. When I come forward, if you disagree, call me.
He's on fire tonight. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Julius White. Here's the latest from the Black Information Network. A former state prison in Harlem is being converted into a temporary shelter for asylum seekers, with New York City trying to find places to put them. Meantime, police are still searching for a group who attacked 2 off-duty Marines in San Clemente, California. And State Farm says it will no longer insure property sales in California. Janet Ruiz of the Insurance Information Institute says the company blames the decision on the increased wildfire risk and the explosive expense in construction.
With the 5 years of intense wildfires and losses, and we pretty much lost all our underwriting profit that we had from the last 20 years.
State Farm says they'll continue to insure existing customers, and this does not affect customers who have auto insurance. I'm Julius White on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network, and BINnews.com.
Ready to take control of your phone plan? Well, then you better take that next turn to a Verizon store. Because my plan from Verizon is the kind of control we all deserve. Get exactly what you want. Only pay for what you need. Get my plan at your Verizon store today.
We begin top story with late-breaking news.
Is it going to succeed, yes or no?
I think it's going to succeed. It's going to succeed.
Can you believe it?
Y'all did it!
KBLA Talk 1580 is about to celebrate its 2nd anniversary on Juneteenth, and no terrible twos around here. We couldn't be more excited about all the good news we'll be announcing soon, including the launch of some new shows to keep giving you more of what you've been looking for.
Come on!
Smart radio for smart people. Hey, it's our celebration, but you get all the gifts. We'll be giving away fresh merch, swag bags, and a chance for you to join the private invitation-only, star-studded music and dance till you drop, food and drink galore 2nd anniversary celebration. Woo! To stay in the know about the 2nd anniversary details, download the KBLA Talk 1580 app right now. Don't miss out on your chance to be a winner. At KBLA Talk 1580, when we come forward, we're bringing everybody with us.
Happy Happy anniversary, KBLA!
The party of the summer is back. The Hollywood Bowl Jazz Festival returns on June 17th and 18th with an incredible lineup curated by Kamasi Washington and Herbie Hancock. See Kamasi himself, Belle Biv DeVoe, West Coast Get Down with Raphael Sadiq and Leon Bridges, St. Paul and the Broken Bones, Samara Joy, Diggable Planets, Poncho Sanchez, Aziza, The Soul Rebels with Big Frida, and many more. Hosted by Arsenio Hall. Get your tickets now at HollywoodBowl.com. Hollywood Bowl, forever summer.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. South Central Youth Empowered Through Action is the youth component of the impactful CBO, known as the Community Coalition. South Central Youth Empowered Through Action has chapters at almost every South LA high school. Say Yeah, as they are popularly known, is located at 80th and Vermont, but serves young people all over South LA. Under the COCO umbrella, they train youth organizers, help underserved scholars prepare for college, and work with students to help them gain admission to top universities. South Central Youth Empowered Through Action fosters teen activism, where young people have led campaigns moving tens of millions of dollars to South LA schools and forcing officials to make AP classes available to students in under-resourced institutions. SCES scholars have taken part in the March on Washington, been published in major news outlets, and been elected to city council. Long before she was mayor, Karen Bass started the program when she founded the Community Coalition. To donate, volunteer, or enroll a student in South Central Youth Empowered Through Action, please visit cocsouthla.org. cocsouthla.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go: shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms: irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
The rent is too damn high. KBLA joins you in calling for affordable housing. The LA Tenants Union is a diverse, tenant-led movement fighting for the human right to housing for all. The LA Tenants Union demands safe, affordable housing and union rent control. They organize against landlord harassment, mass evictions, and displacement, and mobilize for the repeal of the Ellis Act and Costa-Hawkins Act. The LA Tenants Union is on a mission to strengthen tenants' political power through education, advocacy, and direct action. To get help with your eviction or other landlord-tenant issues, take action for justice, or become a member, visit latenantsunion.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Gotta stay fresh, my house shot with a rest spot,
Have you visited us online for the grand opening of KBLA.store? For the best in new merch, gift ideas, books, media, and more, log on to KBLA.store. Be sure to check out our KBLA team favorites at KBLA.store today. That's KBLA.store for all the official merch on your favorite talk radio station, KBLA Talk 1580.
The bounce is back.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Stephanie Mills. Stephanie Mills is my co-host. Yeah. The voice of reason returns to KBLA with this slapper. You know my playlist is my co-host. Tonight's topic, I want a man, not a manager. Y'all know how we do over here. The chat room is absolutely bonkers right now. There's a sister in here. I'm trying to get her to call in. Call right now, 1-800-920-1580. Call right now. The line is open. I got a couple of other callers ahead of you, but call right now. 1-800-920-1580. Get in here. She said, if the man is paying the bills and was in good position before the woman arrives, she said, girl, just listen and enjoy the glow up. Do women really believe this? Because I've never seen that. I've never seen that. Your woman is going to challenge you. Your woman is going to get into your stuff. Your woman is going to get into your business, and your woman is going to advise you. Can I offer something for both men and women here? Advisement in relationship, in my opinion. And I'm not good at it. I'm not good at it. You know, I'm a marginally intelligent guy. I'm not a genius. But I feel like I can help. I feel like I can answer questions, advise, and all of that. Let me just say this. Can I offer this? I think advisement needs permission. We need to get consent for advisement. Right? You should wait. Either you wait until you're asked, or you ask if you can give advisement. I think that would be healthy in relationships. 1-800-920-1580. Do you agree or disagree? Because I think it's in a man's nature to be like, oh, girl, move out the way. Let me show you what's happening now. Now, see, you've been over here messing around with this for long enough. Now, see, what you're missing is, it's our nature to just jump in. But I think we should wait until we're asked. Or we should ask, can I offer you this? Can I advise you on this? And like I said, I'm not great at it. Sometimes I use it if I'm arguing. Let me offer you this. Can I offer you? But I don't do it when it's good, when everything is good. I think I have to work on this, but I think that might be good. 1-800-920-1580. Callers, I'm coming to you now. Legendary caller on the line. Haven't heard from him in a while. Here he goes. Bowman from Granbury, Texas. Get in here, Bowman.
What's up, Tom?
Here we go. Bowman, just tell us what's up. What are your thoughts,
right,
Bowman?
So my thoughts are this, Joe. Women are justified in wanting a man over a manager. I think it doesn't really benefit women much by getting a manager, because if you think of this as a business, right? Like, say, for instance, you're in the store. You know that it's a volume type worker job. Like, say, for instance, you're a night stalker. The managers are going to want the most production out of you for the most littlest of time. So if you compare the relationship, if a man is juicing you as much as he can, squeezing you like a lemon for the littlest amount of his input in the relationship, that's going to wear somebody out. And that's not fair to her. So if you're going to take, then it's going to be difficult for her to give like she needs to. And I'd rather be a man, because at least I can weigh the options like I need to from a wisdom standpoint.
But not all men are wise, Bowman. You think you wise, Bowman?
I don't think I'm neutral, so I do not think I'm wise. But I look at things a certain way, you know. Think about, okay, Zoe, if you see a man, right, as a man, if you see your woman struggling to open a pickle jar, you can always say, babe, you need help with that? She'll be like, yeah, babe, can you help me? Guess what? You're going to open the pickle jar. You're going to slap it at the bottom, and then you're going to open the pickle jar. Some people may not know that, but that's the things that we do. We have to use wisdom and balance.
Bowman, we always default to the strength, the physical strength. Yes, men are physically stronger than women. But what if your woman is particularly good at philosophy and psychology? Wouldn't that
Listen to her.
Right? Yes. And sometimes we have a difficult time listening to our women, yes or no?
Very true.
We have an easier
Some women
time.
are smarter than us.
I'm just saying, we have an easier time telling them what to do, whether they're smarter than us or not. Correct?
Correct.
Whether they're smarter than us or not, we be like, listen here, sit back now. Hold on now. Come on, Bowman.
A wise man will choose to listen and watch, and then he'll move accordingly. That's a real man, in my opinion.
I like that, Bowman. I like that. So, do you think it is in a woman's nature, regardless of how intelligent she is, regardless of any of her other qualities, how nurturing, how powerful she is as a personality in and of herself, do you think it is her nature to submit to a man and be managed by him?
The managed part is what gets me. The man part, it overrides that, the management.
But isn't that what many men try to do, is manage their woman?
Yeah, but that's forcing her to. It really doesn't really force her, but she doesn't really respect you if you're trying to do that.
Say what it is. It's controlling. And why do men control?
It's controlling. Because of, ultimately, fear of losing.
Okay. Fear. They're insecure.
Right.
That's what many men are insecure. It typically the ones that try to control and micromanage their woman.
Right.
I'm asking you. I'm not telling you. I'm asking
you. For some, there is an insecurity within them that makes them be like, no, you're going to do this. You aren't going to do that. There's some who are, but then there's some men who just feel like that's the way life is structured, where they're the head, and no matter what they say goes.
Let me flip it. Exactly. Okay. So let me just say this. I'm asking you a question. Do you think there are more unqualified men in terms of leadership, in terms of giving their women instruction and giving their women insight, wise men? Do you think there are more unqualified dudes to sit and take that mantle than there are qualified dudes? What are your thoughts?
Yes. More unqualified because they're sexually driven.
Stay with me, Bowman. When we come forward, we going back to Grand Prairie. We on fire tonight.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Reparations Task Force concludes its 15th meeting and votes on its final report, suggesting that upward of $800 billion is owed to Black Californians who are descendants of slaves. Maisha Cairo here with your K-Black Minute News, brought to you by CaliforniaBlackMedia.org. The 9-member task force finalized its recommendations for compensating Black Californians for state laws, policies, and practices that have disproportionately and negatively affected African Americans. The final report, which will be available to the public, is expected to be about 1,000 pages long. Among the recommendations made, the state of California should issue a formal apology for the perpetration of gross human rights violations and the genocide of Africans who were enslaved and their descendants. The implied admission of guilt should mitigate the harm historically inflicted on the Black community, according to members of the task force. U.S. Representative Barbara Lee says reparations are not a luxury for our people, but a human right long overdue for millions of Americans.
Hey LA, keep your utility bills low this summer while making your home the cool place to be. LADWP can help you save hundreds with air conditioner and thermostat rebates, plus free energy-efficient home upgrades and simple tips to help you beat the heat and save money. Visit ladwp.com/cool-LA.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to
KBLA Talk 1580 reminding you that we keep us safe. The Center for the Pacific Asian Family was founded to help address domestic violence and sexual assault in the Asian and the Pacific Islander communities. The Center for the Pacific Asian Family's mission is to build healthy and safe communities by addressing the root causes and consequences of family violence and violence against women. They are committed to meeting the specific cultural and language needs of the Asian and Pacific Islander women and their families. CPAF's vision is of an Asian and Pacific Islander community that embraces healthy relationships and works in partnership with other communities to eradicate all forms of violence. To access services, volunteer, or for more info, visit nurturingchange.org. At KBLA Talk 1580, we believe everyone deserves to be safe. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio that's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Mixmaster. All across the metropolitan USA, everybody with a mouse talking about DJ Mixmaster. DJ Ice, to be precise, the boy is nice, cause he can cut butter, cut records, cut a girl in two, and all your whack DJs that got the mess out of you. They'll cut paper, cut bread, cut down a tree, and make you wish you were dead when you might as well be. As a matter of fact, to be exact, this is not fiction, this is all fact. The man in the back is dressed in black, he's gone what we call.
What y'all know about UTFO? That record is called The Leader of the Pack. Back in the days, when old school hip hoppers used to always do a record for their DJ, that record is called The Leader of the Pack. And I played it for tonight's topic. I want a man, not a manager. This topic was given to me by a sister. She was saying every guy she dates is always trying to tell her what to do. Always trying to direct her and guide her. And I think a guru or a guide or someone of that ilk has to be chosen by the searcher, by the seeker. And many men have business cards that say leader on it. When they meet the girl, they go, yo, leader, here's my card. And I think sometimes the woman has to choose. Andy disagrees. Go ahead, put 1-800-920. I'm going to come back to you, Bowman, right after Andy.
No, I don't disagree. I just, it just got me thinking, like, it's 2023. And I want to say for the past maybe 30 years or so, the rise of the independent woman, I think, it plays a factor in this. You know what I mean?
So let me ask you this, Andy. If she got everything else in her life covered, money, career, education, what are you supposed to lead her in? I'm just asking, because now we get down to the nuts and bolts. What are you supposed to lead her in now?
That's a great question. And, listening to you over the years, if we could lead her in some sort of spiritual guidance, that'll probably be the best thing right now.
But most men ain't got that.
100%, I agree.
Most men say, you see this wallet?
Yeah.
And then they have the co-signage of some women who said, girl, be quiet and glow up. He gonna take care of everything. Most men don't have spiritual leadership. That's just 100%.
So we've been taught wrong as well, too.
Absolutely. Oh, here we go. Andy in the building. Bowman, get back in here with your archaic beliefs. After Andy's just cooked. Go ahead, wrap up your thoughts, Bowman.
So yeah, like I was saying, these young men they let sex blind them from the ultimate lessons of a relationship, and so that's why they're not qualified in the relationship. They haven't been seasoned. They haven't gone through things. Sometimes it just takes time, maturity, and life lessons.
I love it. You know what, Bowman? It's been a while, man. I appreciate you
It has
calling
been.
in, man. She let you out the doghouse. What happened?
I've been really busy working though, and a lot of hours, man. Crazy.
Hey, nah, man. Seriously, though, I appreciate it. You know you're welcome here anytime, brother. Thank you for the call.
Most definitely.
Yeah, he brought Grand Prairie, Texas in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. Xylon from Alexandria, Louisiana. Get in here, Xylon.
Hello, sir.
What up, brother? What up?
First, I would like to shout out Heru Ali, True Manga, Attila Phillips, and Nzinga. I'm sorry I had to do that first.
Okay, all right, brother, all right. But your thoughts?
But this topic tonight, it reaches deeply into something that's happening to me at the moment, and my partner is not wanting to manage. She wants me to be the manager, and I'm like, but you wanted to be in control. You wanted to have all of the say-so with the arrangement that's going on. So I'm feeling you when you're saying, yes, there are sisters, there are even brothers, we all want somebody to help us through, but I'm like, this is something you could have circumvented.
I'm listening. I'm
because and the only reason I'm saying that is because this is not something we didn't know about. This is something that has been in the works for some months, and it's like, but now since it's here, you're like, oh no, I need a manager, somebody to help me out. But when I was trying to manage you 6 months ago, you was going, no, I just need you to be my man. Don't be my manager.
You know where that's from, though, right?
No, I don't, because I'm like, you're an Aquarius. You supposed to be the intellectual of the spiritual of the, yeah.
What? Let me just tell you where it's from. When a woman does not want to give you what you think you're supposed to have, it's one of two things. Either you're not what you think you are, right? Or she is what you think you are. I know you didn't want to hear it that way.
Oh. No, I didn't want to hear it that way. And I'm go ahead. Yeah.
This is why I tell brothers, read The Way of the Superior Man, a spiritual guide to mastering the challenges of women, work, and sexual desires. We talked about it just 30 seconds ago with Andy. Listen, she's not going to follow you unless you've conquered yourself. Unless you've defeated demons, dragons, and shadows in your own spirit. Let me tell you something. Look at it this way. You in the zoo, and you walk by the lion cage. That damn gate is open with the lions.
Yeah.
Let me just say, that's clear and present danger. That is fear. Right?
Yes.
What's your next move? You gonna tiptoe backwards, right? You gonna capitulate to the power of the lion.
Well, look,
right?
I can't even say that because at this point, I'm going, okay, even if I back away from the lion, I still got a cougar back here calling my baby mama all of a sudden. That's like, oh wait, you ain't my man no more, but I need a manager. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like I'm in these catch-22s of circumstances.
No. Listen to me.
I can't get.
Listen to me, Xylon. I got you, brother. What I'm saying is, if she is not acknowledging, see, because I'm giving you an example with the lion, right? That's clear.
I love this too.
That's clear and present danger with a lion. Don't you know when you are self-actualized or you're working on self-actualization, don't you know that your spiritual glow up has the same type of awe attached to it as seeing an open gate with a lion behind it? There is an awe that is attached to your spiritual glow up. I told you before, most men do not value the spiritual aspect of relationship. So if you were to work on yourself, this is why I tell people, get The Way of the Superior Man by David Deida. It's a great book because now you're working from a different space than what she's used to. She's going to sense it, she's going to see it, and she's going to acknowledge it. Like, yo, this is different. You are someone I might listen to. And on top of that, I'm still going to challenge you because that's part of the nature of what women do in order to help men get better. But men are emotional, men are weak, and men are spiritually poor. They might be dogmatically rich, they might be religiously rich, but spiritually poor. She can't respect you if you don't have a spiritual reservoir, brother. Stay with me, Xylon. When I come forward, hour number 2, we gonna keep cooking.
The average man, and he'll cut up any DJ he can. He started from the bottom and took the right round. Now the Spaniards are playing that's without my time. The way I'm going now, I think I passed my peak. We can't go kick an EMP. We'll never get weak. We're on the written every day. And never forgot. Sometimes it's hip hop or it might have a...
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Julius White. Here's the latest from the Black Information Network. A former state prison in Harlem is being converted into a temporary shelter for asylum seekers, with New York City trying to find places to put them. Meantime, police are still searching for a group who attacked 2 off-duty Marines in San Clemente, California. And State Farm says it will no longer insure property sales in California. Janet Ruiz of the Insurance Information Institute says the company blames the decision